Good morning, Rams fans. So Super Bowl was yesterday, and it lived up to all of my expectations, which were extremely low. And we got what I thought would happen, unfortunately, which was not that great of a football game. Um, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to yeah. First and Joe. It's just Joe today. I don't know where Tina's at. Disclaimer. I was commenting, but I don't know. Tuna parties, he can't handle it the next day. When Joe Bags parties, he's just up doing the thing. So I don't know. We can all make fun of Tuna when we chat again. I don't know what our off-season schedule is going to be. By the way, we're not going to do 3 days a week. I just don't want to turn into Locked On where we're just filling in space. So, but anyway, about the Super Bowl. I would say it's a good morning, Moody. I would say that it is a good morning. Because it's over. It is, the pain is over, man. Yeah, it sucks. I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about MVP. I want to talk about Ernest Jones. And I want to talk about the halftime show. So I would say a few different things. So about MVP, um, I don't understand how it was so close. I get that May was number 2. Okay, I'll give you that. But to have it be basically one vote away from May getting the award over Stafford, I think, is a little comical. Especially considering the entire postseason. I know that the voting is done before the postseason even begins. Before any playoff games start, the voting is over. It's already submitted. You're already in. You're locked in. It's over. I get that, but I don't know, man. I even tweeted it yesterday. I think I don't know, dude. I had like a lot. It was constant. Like it's like in episode 9 of How I Met Your Mother when Lily's always got a drink in her hand. That was me with beers yesterday. But yeah, the fact that the vote was so close, I think, is a little bit ridiculous, man. I think that Drake May wasn't even remotely close to the same level of Matthew Stafford. And honestly, too, that was like the first time that I had seen really the Patriots play this year. I mean, NFC and I do multiple shows involving one football team. So I don't usually dive into most teams that we're not even playing. You know what I mean? Like this would have been my only dive in on the Patriots if we were had been playing in this game. But Drake May is one of those where it's like, yeah, sure, he did a good job, but like I'm I'm putting money on them to miss the playoffs next year. I was gonna go ahead and do that, man. I'm gonna lock that in. Christian Gonzalez is unbelievable though. Holy moly, man. That dude is awesome, man. If he could come over to the Rams, that'd be fire. That'd be pretty fun, man. But then a few other things that I wanted to say. I don't know what did I say I wanted to talk about. I think they both did. First of all, let's not pretend like Sam Darnold played a good game. He had a few good, decent throws, but there was a lot of times where I was like, "Oh yeah, Sam Darnold's being Sam Darnold. That's cool." It just took all the way until now to show up. So that's fun. And it seemed like too, it's like because I think that's one of my main points on the game entirely is like, sure, it wasn't that close of a game and stuff like that. Seattle kind of just handled their business, but I would say too that even the plays that Seattle made that were big plays and that like shifted the momentum in a big way didn't feel like just good Seahawks plays. They just felt like bad Patriots plays. Honestly, I think that both teams played really poorly. It was I mean, a couple of decent plays here and there, but overall, I think that both teams played terrible. I mean, yeah, Gary's talking about it here in the comments. JSN was absolutely terrible. Um, and then yeah, so the funny part about the Puka tweet, because I mean, I'll be honest, I understand a lot of people are like, take away his phone, tell him to delete his. No, dude, that was so funny. I'm here for it, man. And honestly, it's a tweet. No one's getting hurt, man. What happened to the sticks and stones thing, man? I don't know, but that's either way. I thought the tweet was funny. It just was the laugh emoji and then Sam Darnold, which is so funny. The part that is terrible and stupid about that though is Ernest Jones quote tweeting it and saying something like, "Aren't you at home?" Which sure, got him, I guess. But didn't you just win the Super Bowl? Why are you on Twitter? Get it? What? maybe I'm the weirdo here, man. Maybe because I'm not a social media guy and I don't like to be on my phone all the time. But like, you just won the Super Bowl and you're just out here trying to like find Rams players' tweets that you can quote tweet and try to talk trash. It's like, dude, what do you do? Go celebrate, man? Like, it's that's such a loser mentality, man. Losers watch winners, man. Like, stop paying attention to us, dude. You just won the Super Bowl. Why are you still focused on like, get out of here, man? That's so crazy to me, man. Like, that tweet is so funny to me. Like, that's like the epitome of like, dude, mind your business, man. What, like, do your thing, my guy. Like, I liked Ernest Jones. I didn't want Ernest Jones to leave. I'll be honest. I was a big fan of Ernest Jones. Did not want him to leave the Rams. I was surprised when we traded him to the Tennessee Titans, and I was like, what are we doing, man? And I was still sometimes a little frustrated about it. But now seeing his attitude, it's like, oh, that's the kind of person that's not a Ram. That is the kind of mentality. Like, I understand that Puka tweeted some trash talk about Sam Darnold, but like that quote tweeting after winning a Super Bowl and like coming to find our players' tweets to be like to talk trash and be like, aren't you at home? It's like, bro, aren't you celebrating? What are you doing? What are you talking about, man? So I just think it's absolutely ridiculous, man, that he's on Twitter talking to our guys, man. That's crazy. Pooh Paul, does that count? I mean, he's a practice squad, man. Muad'Dib's talking about Pooh Paul. He's a practice squad player. He's not a player. Help them get ready, man. So I'm gonna keep that one. I'm about to say jokes that I say off air. We're not getting that loose. Ernest Jones does wish he was still a Ram. I think that's why he's still so bitter at us, man. And it's like, dude, mind your business, man. Might be time for a haircut. This is the lamest comment we've ever gotten on this. We're gonna do awards for best comment and like stuff like that. I'm gonna throw this in for worst comment, by the way. So you know, haircuts are for nerds, man. Can we talk mock drafts? We can never talk mock drafts. You can talk mock drafts with Tuna, probably. I just don't understand the point of them. I think it's a waste of time and energy. That's just a Joe thing, though. I understand too that like mock drafts are very popular. People really like them, and people always are like, "But it's a fun thing to do." It's like, okay, have fun then. I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna say the same. Yeah, haircuts are for quitters. Thank you. I'm gonna say the same thing about every mock draft ever. I'm just gonna keep on saying like, "Oh, the Rams are gonna draft Mendoza at 13," and then when somebody's like, "Okay, what are they gonna draft at like 20, whatever they're at?" It's like, "Oh, Mendoza." It's like, well, I'm going to be just as accurate as you are, so who cares, man? Like, who's winning the Super Bowl next year? Obviously, the LA Rams. Payo time. What up, man? Tuna, search party for Tuna. We don't know where he's at. Playoff. Payo I called Payo playoff. Payo shaved his beard. It is weird. I'll tell you that. I feel like every time Payo randomly shaves his beard, it's always like, what have you done, Payo? what have you do? But that's how I feel about my hair. If I cut my hair, if I showed up on this with short hair one day out of nowhere, like season 2 Sheriff Joe Bags, that's I think it'd be very jarring. We got a question here from Payo time though. Says, "Oh, am I the only one a little salty that back to back the Super Bowl champions just barely beat the Rams?" Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's one thing I was going to bring up with Payo or with Tuna is the fact that like, yeah, we have lost in very close games to the eventual Super Bowl champs 2 years in a row. Can't happen again, man. Can't happen again. Also, I'm getting the vibe that like I don't know, like the run it back stuff is very it's very cool. It's very fun to like get back into that. But I am also getting the vibe it's like this is probably almost over. And I don't know if that's real or not, but like I'm starting to get that energy from the Rams side of it of like, oh, it's like we're not going to keep Stafford forever, man. And the second we do, I don't care what you guys think about Matthew Stafford, we are going to become a worse football team. Sure, we might be able to replace him with somebody who's really good. That's certainly possible. We might be able to replace him with somebody who's also a potential future Hall of Famer. That's absolutely possible. But let's not pretend like we're not going to get worse the second that Matthew Stafford decides that he's done, that he's just going to bounce out. So, oh, this makes sense. Shave the beard when he messes it up. All right. You can be happy for Cup and laugh at the Pats. I can mostly agree with that. I'm just one of those like I say it all the time. I've said it a billion times. I should make it on a t-shirt or something like that. But like the Rams are forever. Players come and go. The Rams are forever. The second that Cooper Kupp left, it was like, all right, well, he's not a Ram anymore. See ya. I don't know. It's like because what he did as a Ram, that always exists. I'll always respect and love that. You know what I mean? But like now, he's on our biggest rival who just won the Super Bowl. So I don't know, man. I'm not rooting for him at all. Definitely not rooting for Ernest Jones anymore. That's like done. You know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy, but yeah. It's no, I don't think Kupp retires, but I think that Cooper Kupp. I think Rams fans specifically about Cooper Kupp, they idolize him in a way. They kind of put him on this pedestal because of the 21 season. And the reason that I say that at all, and it's not to just like take shots at Cooper Kupp. That's not what we're trying to do here. I like Cooper Kupp. I'll respect him. But what I'll say about I don't know where I lost my train of thought. I'll be honest, guys. I'm really tired. I'm dealing with the same thing that I think Tuna is dealing with, except for I woke up and I'm here. And he's not. Dang it, dude. That was a good point about Cooper Kupp. Wish I had it, man. No, we don't win if we have Cooper Kupp and Ernest Jones because I think that, well, Ernest Jones is an absolutely phenomenal player, but his attitude is absolutely garbage, man. And Cooper Kupp, I mean, we have better wide receivers than Cooper Kupp. Oh, yeah. That's my comment about Cooper Kupp. So I think that for the large majority of like really good, really respected players, you can take away 1 year, any 1 year, and you can still look at all their numbers and you can tell that they are absolutely pinnacle players. You know what I mean? Like Matthew Stafford, this was probably statistically his best year. You can remove this year from his stats and look at his history and show that he's top 5, top 10 in every category. He's still like a Hall of Fame level player. If you take away 21 Cooper Kupp, he's not even mentioned in like anything. I mean, that season kind of stands out. And the reason that like I mean because again I'm not trying to talk trash about Cooper Kupp. That 21 Cooper Kupp is a superhero, but we based on that one single season, we put Cooper Kupp in this upper echelon that is a standalone. He did that one season, and I feel like I need to keep reiterating it as I'm not trying to talk trash about Cooper Kupp, but let's call it what he is. He had one really good year, and then he's been just okay every other season, man. So I'm just like, again, I love Cooper Kupp for what he did for the Rams. Super Bowl MVP, 21 Cooper Kupp is a superhero, but let's not pretend like that wasn't his only good year. That's all. He's been decent in others. Let's be real there too. He's been solid, but it kind of just worked out in a magical little concoction that Matthew Stafford showed up in a season where Cooper Kupp stayed healthy, and I think that the mentality of Matthew Stafford showing up after Jared Goff and the work ethic that a Cooper Kupp has to have a Stafford come into the building, I think was just perfect timing for that. And on the fact that he stayed healthy that year, which is also not something that he historically been able to do. Okay. Work stuff already. Hell yeah. We got a sponsored do a weekly mock draft. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing every time. Mendoza for both first round picks because it doesn't matter. I also don't know more than Mendoza. I know Howell's coming out, Giggle Aggies, but I think because like Marcel Reed's going back, Concepcion, he's coming out. That's pretty dope. No, I can't because I don't care, and those are the dumbest thing in the universe, man. It's I don't know. I'll blue in the face, man. I'll be blue in the face talking about how dumb mock drafts are. I just don't understand. I don't even understand when it happened. I think there's probably a moment where I used to care about mock drafts, and it was like one of those where like who can like this doesn't mean anything, man. I did a mock draft for the 13 draft, or was it 14? I don't know. I had the Rams taking Greg Robinson, nailed it. Cool. Yeah. Right on. Nailed that pick. And then I also had the Rams taking Calvin Pryor instead of Aaron Donald. Glad I was wrong, dude. Glad I was wrong. I was right about the first one. Mad that I was right about that one. Glad I was wrong about the second. But I was seeing Primal Fear at the Bluebird Theater in Denver that night. So I actually recorded the uh the draft, and then after I got home from seeing Primal Fear live in concert, that was a great show. Metal is forever. That then I watched the draft. So I watched the whole thing. Like I went to sleep at like 6 a.m. because I rewatched the draft, man. It was absolutely crazy. Ducendo, what up, man? I'm still mad too, man. That's okay. Let's kind of talk about that for a minute. Ducendo, first of all, thank you. Ducendo, you're awesome, man. But the Rams should have won Super Bowl 60. And it feels that way, man. It's like I was sitting there at the Super Bowl party, being one of two people paying attention to the Super Bowl. And I'm sitting there, and during the entire first half, all I can think about is how angry I am that, like, it's like, oh my God, dude, we would be crushing them right now. Like, and that's like all I could think about. It's like, oh my God, dude. It's like the Seahawks were playing poorly. Straight up, man. I'm call spade a spade, man. They were playing bad football. Both teams were playing bad football. And the times that Seahawks made plays were just bad, were really bad Patriots plays. You know what I mean? Like, but it does feel that way. It feels so much like if the Rams were in this game. I mean, it's not close. It's the same kind of situation that we're looking at for the actual game. You know what I mean? But yeah, but especially seeing it early where it's like, oh man, if this was Puka and Devontae, man, we would be crazy. And it's like a lot of those, because Christian Gonzalez, first of all, phenomenal player. He is unbelievable. That was really cool to see. I think Tuna tweeted it. It was like Rams fans are watching Christian Gonzalez, like being blown away that corners can play this this well or something like that. And it's like that's true, man. It's like seeing an elite corner. It was like, damn, I miss seeing this, man. Like that was like really what I was like. I was in on that, man. I was like, damn, man. Like I miss having like like one of those players where it was like the ball's up in the air and it's like, oh man, well, it better not be to this guy because that ball's not coming. That ball's hitting turf, bro. You know what I mean? So that's just fun, man. But yeah, it is so annoying the fact that like the way that game was playing out, it was like, man, we would be smoking these dudes, man. It was like that's what I was thinking too. Is like I'm sitting there for like 12 beers in. It's getting to the end of the game. It's like 4 minutes left, and I'm just like, man, I could really be starting to celebrate a Rams Super Bowl win right now, man. Like this is like the emotions I was feeling. So yeah, I was just frustrated. But what can you do? You know, what can you do, man? What can you do? Rams would have been up 20. I mean, so quick, man. So quick, so quick. That's actually probably fair because mock drafts are so boring that I feel like me just ranting about anything would be more exciting in a mock draft. I don't get them. I really don't, man. I don't. I don't understand. It's like, oh, this guy's Steve over on this website thinks we'll take this guy. It's like, cool. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? I don't know, man. It's well, why would anybody care what I think the Rams will pick? Like, you know what? I'm just talking trash on you now. You guys are lame for caring what I would think about that. I know I'm turning on you guys now. See, when Tuna's not here, things get real weird. It was like Tuna's gonna be like, "How'd the stream go?" Be like, "No one likes us anymore. I've alienated everybody." It's trash all of our listeners. They don't even like us anymore. So yeah. Yeah, we do need corners, man. Like bad. I get the whole room overhauled. I'll be honest, man. Like I like these guys too. As human beings, I like our corners. I like Darius Williams. I like Darian Kendrick. I've been a DK fan for a long time. I like Kobe Durant. I like Emmanuel Forbes. I like Akella Witherspoon. Get them all out. I mean, that's kind of where I've gotten, man. It's like, no, I'm good with a whole new room. A whole new room. I think that Roger McCreary is probably the only corner that I want back because the way that he was playing, like late in the season, especially in the playoffs and stuff like that, it was one of those where it's like, man, like this. It's like that's the only one I feel like I'm comfortable with, man. And then also we didn't get a new DC, which I understand, man. I understand we're all like very mixed emotions about the Rams coaching staff right now. And I feel like you're getting mixed reviews wherever you look, man. Some people are like, this coaching staff is awesome. I'm glad we're basically keeping everybody outside of Shula. We'll see what Kingsbury, what his role is going to be, but that doesn't feel like a bad thing. I'll be honest. But LaFleur, I mean, LaFleur's out. But Shula coming back, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, did we really need that to happen, man? Like, I like Shula, but late in the season, it just felt like he didn't know how to use his guys. That's the thing. Yeah, I was kind of feeling this actually. I was kind of feeling that Shula would go to Miami. I just kind of felt poetic, you know what I mean? But didn't happen. Kingsbury is a great hire. It absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's solid, man. Kingsbury being added to our offense, I think is nothing negative for sure. I just wish that we would know his role. Know your role, Cliff. You know what I mean? That's just one of those like, uh, because it's like if he's like a consultant, then who cares? You know what I mean? Like, is he like he's just around and we're and like in the draft room, they'll be like, I like this guy. Yeah, I like this guy too. Do you like this guy? Yeah. Cliff, do you like this guy? Yeah. All right, we'll take him. And it's like, what the hell's the point of that? So I guess but if he's like an OC and he's like in there and he's like, this guy will help me run my offense. I want to be able to run this, so I want this. And then that's cool. But if it's just like they says special advisor, well then I don't care. I think this is a worthless move then. Who cares? And yeah, got the CB room. What are you talking about? Everybody should feel this way, man. If you're thrilled or comfortable with our CBs coming back next year, well, then you're entitled to your opinion, okay? But I disagree. Oh, man. Let's go. Who is Makai Lemon? Gonna need to answer to that question. Okay, and then Kamal saying he thinks he's like an offensive assistant. I don't know. Does anybody know? I just like that it doesn't feel like Aubrey Pleasant's leaving. Which should that concern us? Bounce that around your bean for the day, huh? That's yeah. The Makai Lemon coordinator. I don't know. I still don't know who that is. Who is that? Where's he from? Where does he do? I don't know why I sounded like friggin' what's his face? I don't like jam. I like honey. I'm forgetting that dude. Gary Busey, man. It felt very Busey of me. Sheriff Joe Busey. Let's see. Trade for a top corner. I actually kind of like this concept. But I'll be honest. I kind of feel USC receiver. Okay. I don't watch a lot of college ball, especially nowadays, man. I'm a Texas A&M fan. I'll catch A&M when they're on TV, but I would say that for the large, like overarching college football, I think is pretty broken right now. I don't like it. I don't remember who the person was saying that like their idea to fix college ball right now would be to if you accept money from a team, then you stay there for 4 years. I think that that's completely reasonable. If you accept that money, you got to just play there. I don't like the idea of every single year you can just go to the highest bidder. I think that that's really unfortunate. So, and I'll just gotta start wrapping up here, guys. Got to go to work here soon. But Descendo said, would the Rams go after Crosby? I do not think that this is impossible. I'll be completely honest. I feel like we could see a decent number of shakeups this year as far as it trying to improve positions. And I think that the Rams edge rushers are absolutely phenomenal. I think that they're awesome, Jared versus BY. But I do think there's something about BY that I feel like is not going to be a long-term Ram. I don't know why. It's not necessarily a personal preference of mine. I like BY a lot, but there is just something that makes me feel like he's probably going to go. And Crosby coming in, first of all, is an insane player. He's absolutely incredible on a football field. But also, I think that he would be a good one to have in the building with Jared Verse to kind of show like, hey, man, you can't just be the most athletic person on the field. They're all athletic. They're all crazy out here, man. Like everybody who's in the NFL is a world-class athlete. It's not enough to just be physically insane. You can't just be a physical maniac and that's it. We've seen that plenty of times where people are physical maniacs and they don't get it done. DK Metcalf, I think, is a good example of that. He's done obviously well, but I think that he could be one of the best in the NFL if he were just to kind of like be more mature and settle it down. But I think that that if we were to get Crosby in with Verse, I think that that would be absolutely phenomenal. I think that that would be something that they could start working together, and then I think we would see Jared Verse go to another level. So yeah, adding Crosby not only helps your defense immensely, but I think it also helps your room a lot, which is huge. And it's not that I want to get rid of Byron Young. Again, I just feel like it makes sense to make those improvements where you can. It's like we didn't want to get rid of Cooper Kupp, but we got better by getting Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's impossible to say that this team is going to be willing to do some of that stuff. Same page, but not ready to give up on Forbes. It's fair, I guess, but I mean, he wasn't even starting in the playoffs, so I think that kind of shows us where the coaches' opinions are. Personally, yeah, I don't know. I want to give up on BY. That's fair, but also think about this, Kamal. It's like this could be like a sell high kind of situation because this is blatantly the best the BY's ever done this year. And that's the thing. Is this a trajectory that BY's on, or was it a peak that he's on? So that's ultimately we don't know. Yes, and we're all very sad about Tuna. All right, y'all. I got to get to work. I'm gonna fade off here by listing things that I thought were cool yesterday. I want to be negative all the time. Let's talk about things that were cool. I didn't talk about the halftime show. I talked about that I don't know Bad Bunny, didn't know Bad Bunny, still don't know Bad Bunny. I don't know anything that he said yesterday, but wildly entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed the halftime show. I thought that was great. It felt very unifying, very inclusive and stuff like that, which I thought was cool, which I thought was funny considering that if you like only were on Twitter leading up to the Super Bowl, that it kind of felt like they were going to be like, screw you, America, which was never going to happen. So, yeah, Bad Bunny was Super Bowl MVP. I agree with Moody. I think that was a great show. Probably because I'll say this too. I don't want to. I just keep wasting it's my own time. I control when this ends, but I really liked when they did like all the classic rock, like when they were like Tom Petty and Stones and the Who and like all the. I really enjoyed that era of Rams Super Bowl halftime shows, of just Super Bowl halftime shows. The LA Super Bowl halftime show, the one that the Rams were in, that one kind of I think hit close to home because I'm 34 years old right now, and so that was kind of just like. Perfect, like just like that was like I listened to all that stuff in high school and stuff, so that was perfect. But this was probably my favorite halftime show since The Weekend, and I still don't listen to The Weekend. It's not like I listen to these halftime shows and I'm like that's going on the playlist. I just accept it for what it is. It's a halftime show, man. I'm just watching the NFL, like whatever. So, but yeah, halftime show was good.